Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia. On this channel I talk about investing and especially investing for beginners. In one of my playlists I talk about me investing through Etoro. I think that this platform is great for beginner investors because there is a feature that is called copy trading. This feature is about you automatically copying all the trades of more experienced and more professional traders. They usually bring higher results and great returns. I'm doing it myself and I'm very much satisfied with the results that I get through copy trading. It is definitely more successful than me trying to experiment and buying my own shares myself. And I've already recorded several videos about all the popular investors who I copy on Etoro, but I got several messages and several comments under my videos where people asked me to review the popular investors who they consider to copy or who they already copy. And this gave me the idea of recording this video where I will tell you about my reasons of why I chose certain people on Etoro to copy, and I will also review the popular investors who I was asked to review in the comments. If you have any more popular investors who you consider copying and you have some doubts about, you can write the names of these popular investors in the comments below this video and I will review them in my next videos in the future. I also had an idea of doing a live stream where I would answer your questions about Etoro, and I will be reviewing the popular investors that Etoro recommends, because Etoro recommends every month different people to copy, and I see these names popping up through the notifications almost every week. I usually have a quick look through their profiles and I create my own idea on whether this popular investor is trustworthy or not, so I thought it could be a good idea to share my thoughts with you guys. So let me know in the comments if you think this is a good idea or not, and I hope that you will enjoy my today's video too. If you do, please click the like button below and consider subscribing to my channel if you like my content, and I really hope that you do. So the first guy who we will review is Elite Vol, and his name is Marco Willekens. It is the first time I see this profile, as I said, so let's take a look. What do we see first? Feed, I don't pay any attention at the beginning. I straight away go to his stats. I forgot to say one thing. I always pay attention at the color of the star, because the color of the star tells me the level of this popular investor. So this one is a champion popular investor. You can click here to learn more and it will probably show you about what criteria this person had to meet in order to get the red star. The minimum assets under management, so how much money people invested into this person, is minimum $50,000, which you think is a lot, but the next level up is 500 and the next level up is 10 million, so you can see the difference is huge. If you compare 50 to 500, it's actually not that much. And the minimum equity is $5,000, so they must have $5,000 at least invested into their account through Etoro. Now let's look at the performance. This is important. We see that this guy has registered on Etoro in 2019, end of 2019, so there is not much history that we can see, because we see that over the 2019, several months of 2019, he got a profit of 6.4%. In 2020 his profit was 33%, but 2020 was such an extraordinary year. It is definitely not something that you can look at and be able to rely on these results in the next years. The average risk score is 5. It is relatively high, but the main thing is that it looks quite stable. To me, it is more important to see the stable risk score than a low risk score. The copies, I don't know what happened with the copies here. He had a lot at the beginning and then people, well, maybe he was showing bad results, so lots of people stopped copying him. Now he has 155 copies. It is very little in comparison to some other people. The most popular investors, they get tens of thousands of copies. But the fact that only so few people copy him doesn't say anything about the actual person as a trader. We see that he invests mostly into ETFs and some indexes, and then the companies or the main ETFs that he trades. Okay, so he's an ETF guy. He does about 4 trades per week, and on average he holds 5 days, so he's not too active. He doesn't trade every single day, but he also doesn't definitely hold his positions long term, so it's pretty good. Let's look at his bio. What does he have to say about him? I'm a trader with 10 years of experience trading futures, options, and derivatives with a primary focus on volatility and market psychology. So this guy tells us that he has 10 years of experience, which might be true, but we can't be sure because he wasn't registered on Etoro. Of course, there will be more and more very experienced traders who have just registered on Etoro. That's why we cannot only rely on the histories that we see on Etoro. Like in this guy's instance, he's been trading for 10 years, or at least this is what he's telling us, but he has only 2 years of results to show us on the actual platform. So I have developed a systematic rule-based trading strategy. What else does he have to say there? So he explains his strategy of how he trades. The allied vol strategy is a perfect fit for anyone looking to hedge or diversify. Are you looking to hedge or diversify? I am. Minimum copy amount 500. Some popular investors say that you have to start copying me with, for example, $1,000 minimum, because they know how much money they invest into companies, and they know that if you invest less than $1,000, some of the trades will not be executed for you because you don't have enough funds in your account with them. That's the reason why they always mention the minimum copy that you have to start copying them with. Copy open trades, minimum copy duration 6 months. Of course, it's up to you, and they recommend the stop loss ratio at 80%. The guy has quite a few followers. Let's look at the portfolio. We've already seen it. So this person invested only 76% of the money that they have in their account. So for example, if you invest $1,000 into this guy, only $760 will be actually working and will be invested into some assets, and then 24%, so in our situation $240 will be still left in your cash account. You will be able to take this money out at any point whenever you want to, but just you have to understand that $240, if you invested $1,000 into Marco, will not work. Will be just lying there waiting for a better occasion. Why he didn't invest nearly 25%? Probably it's just a part of his strategy where he's waiting for a better moment to get this money invested into something, some asset, when the price falls. Now the next guy who I was asked to review is called Christian Kongsted. Again, the first time I see this person. SPH Equities is his nickname. Anyway, you see it on my screen. If you want to find him, this is the names that you have to write in. Let's look at his feed. Straight away he says 4 years in a row with double-digit profits. I don't have any problem with people trying to sell themselves by saying things like that, but it's not something that I like. What I mean is, if someone's telling me that if you invested $10,000 with me 5 years ago, you'd have $25,000 now, that is not an indicator for me that the person is a good trader, because obviously you cannot rely on the same results in the future. So obviously that means that they have something to show from their past, some good results, so well done them. So, and during the last month, the number of people who copied me has grown with 114%. Well done. Check my buy-in strategy. Okay, he's received some some certificate from Etoro. Let's go to his stats and see if the guy is really trustworthy. This guy also has a red star. We've just reviewed the person with the red star. Red star is not that high, but it also is not that bad. I mean, of course, everybody prefers people with black stars, but it's quite hard to get to that level, and we all started somewhere, so in a way it's even nice sometimes to support the new beginner popular investors, of course, if you trust them. I have such experience with Amar Sin. I talked about it in one of my other videos about Etoro, and I'm very satisfied with the results, and I really like my experience with him. So this guy has several more years to show for himself. He registered on Etoro in 2017, so we have almost 5 years of basically knowing him and the results that he showed. So he showed 23%, then 26, 10, 43, 29. The best thing about this guy is that he seems to be consistent. He hasn't shown any negative results in the last 4 years. Even in 2018, where lots of people, lots of traders lost money on cryptocurrency, he still managed to be up 26%, which is good. But if we look at his stats on a month-to-month basis, we see that there are quite a few months that are in red color, so he lost some money in this month. But the good side to it is that I don't see very big losses. Here I see in 2019 he lost -7%, and in 2017, just after he registered, he lost 7% as well. But it seems good. So far, it seems good. His average risk score is not bad, but it has gone up from 3 to now 5, which is okay. As I said at the beginning, I can tolerate the risk score of 5, but of course I'd prefer to be a little bit more stable. But another important thing is that the risk score is based on the last year, and the last year was so unpredictable. I think lots of investors had to take higher risks in order to just stay up to date with the market. The market was very unpredictable and risky, and so were the trades. He has 13,000 followers, look, a lot. It doesn't seem to be trading that often, and look, he mostly trades stocks, but also crypto. He has 28% of crypto in his account. This is high. This is a high risk. For me, anyway, this is a high risk. 28% of crypto is in this guy. Crypto grows, his profile grows. But crypto falls, what happens to his portfolio? It's a big question. What happens to your money? Are you prepared to lose 30% of the money that you invested into him? I don't know. Okay, frequently traded Bitcoin. He trades cryptocurrency. Let's look at his portfolio. This is interesting. Okay, 12% of his portfolio is in Bitcoin. 12%, his highest holding is in Bitcoin. Amazon, Facebook, it all seems to be like some sort of technology companies, PayPal and so on. Ethereum, okay, he also holds 1.3% Ethereum, and then BNB. All these are cryptocurrencies, and I don't have any problem with popular investor investing into cryptocurrency 1 or 2% into each currency. But when they hold 12% and their biggest holding is in cryptocurrency, even if it's the biggest cryptocurrency in the world at the moment, which is Bitcoin, anyway, you decide for yourself. For me, from the first sight, this is not a great sign. This makes me think. This makes me wonder. Right, and now let's go to the third guy, the third popular investor who I was asked to review. His name is Mariano Pardo. I heard about this guy actually before, didn't remember his name, but I was interested in all Black Star guys, and recently there were more and more popular investors receiving that Black Star. Black Star means that they are the highest level of popular investors who have lots of copies, lots of assets under management, and who have at least $50,000, as far as I remember, invested into their own account of their own money. So let's look at his stats. He must have lots of experience and lots of history. So, as I said, he registered on Etoro in 2013, and first 2 years he was losing money, -11, -13. It's not a problem when they were losing money at the beginning, because they obviously had to learn. Maybe they got some lessons out of those years when they had big losses, like in 2014 and 2013 for this guy. And after learning those lessons, he started to show consistently good results and good returns. 45%, 26, 29, 6, not such a good year, but this is 2018. As I said, lots of popular investors were losing money and are at a loss. So even the fact that he made some profits that year, I think is very good. 2019 plus 34 and 2020 plus nearly 80%. That's great. And so far this year he's made 4%, but this year has just started. Lots of green months. The risk score is 5, and it was 6, even 7 at the beginning of the year. But as I said, this year is a bit strange. So if you look at the risk score of other popular investors, you will see that you can find popular investors with 1, 2, or 3 average risk score. Those are of course good. 5 I can tolerate, but I don't want all of the popular investors who I invest my money in have a risk score of 5, because it's quite high. He has a little bit more than 9,000 followers, 9,000 copies. Not bad. I wonder what this this thing is here, because I see it on the page of every popular investor recently. Maybe there was some problem with the platform, not sure what this is. Assets under management more than 5 million, so of course the guy has to be level-headed to be able to manage so much money, to have so much money of other people under his control. He's done lots of trades, but that's partly because he's been registered on platform for such a long time, and mainly he invests into stocks and a little bit here into ETFs. That's good. He doesn't trade crypto. To me, this is a good sign. Let's look at the companies that he trades most frequently: Amazon, Microsoft, Google. Okay, so tech companies. You probably want to think whether you believe in technology, in the future of technology. Do you think these companies will continue growing, or maybe they have already reached their peaks after the pandemic and soon they will start falling? Because that's something that lots of people are talking about. That's up to you to decide. He holds on average for 13 months, so he buys his positions and then he holds them. That is something that I personally don't like, because buying and holding, that's something that I can do myself, especially when you buy such good, big, blue chip companies like Amazon, like Microsoft. It's relatively easy to make money that way. That's not really making money, right? It's just holding and seeing the value of your money growing, but you cannot use this money because this money is constantly invested. So to me, so far, this is the biggest downside of his profile. Let's look at his portfolio. So his biggest share he's invested into Microsoft, and he has 6% there. If you want to diversify your portfolio, you want to invest around 3 to 4% into each company. So even 6% is quite a lot. Although with Microsoft, of course, the risk is quite low because it is a blue chip company and we kind of can be sure that it's not going anywhere in the nearest future. So as I said, as it looks from the very beginning, he invests mainly into tech companies. So the last two investors who we reviewed, they were tech guys. They all invest into the same companies, which are tech companies. If you were going to choose several popular investors, you probably would want to invest your money into different spheres. You would like to diversify your portfolio. So if you want to invest all the money into different popular investors who then invest your money into the same companies anyway, from the same economical sector, in this case it's been technology. When I was choosing my popular investors, I was trying to diversify between people who trade forex, people who trade tech companies, people who trade and invest into alternative energy companies, indexes, ETFs, and so on. But looking at these three guys, if I had to invest my money into any of them, no, I wouldn't invest my money into any of them. Anyway, guys, if this is something that is of any interest to you, if you like these sort of videos, and if you want me to review any other popular investors, as I said, please leave the names of these popular investors in the comment section below. And if you found this video useful, please click the like button. Thank you very much for watching my video today, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.